Hi everybody, I am back again with another Postman video. I mentioned this in my recording yesterday that I was going to come back with more. This is another really cool tip and another one that I have Ben Vandenberg to thank for showing me this. And let me just actually show you what this is. Uh, I have a request going to the Firefly API, basically passing in a prompt and then asking the API to give me images based on that prompt, in this case, two images. And you get a nice JSON response back, and I could see, what it worked with and what it generated. Now, these URLs point to images, and if I control click or I assume command click on a Mac, it would open up in my browser and I could see the images. However, we can actually build our own visualization for it. And I'll click on this and show you. And you could see I have a result, and that is the seed number. And there's the image, and there is the second one. And that's a heck of a lot easier and quicker to see. So just like in the video yesterday, this is done with a post response script. And what is cool is that Postman actually has handlebars built in such that I can use their API and basically say, hey, here is a handlebars template. Here is my data. Take it and then render into the visualize prompt. In this case, I just basically iterated over each of my images, output the seed, output the image, used a bit of CSS to make it fit a bit nicer in the panel here. And that was basically it. And if we go in here and for the heck of it, I will say cats flying in the clouds, run a new example, and we should get, it's thinking, it's generating images, and I get images back. So one kind of cool thing I'll point out is that while you're working on this and kind of creating what this visualization will be, you can actually just click that little refresh. It will rerun your script. It will not rerun the API. And you saw there, Firefly took a few seconds to work. If I want to do much quicker iteration of how things look, I can just use that little thing there. So that is one example, and obviously for a visual type API like Firefly, it works really good. You could also, all right, go into another one. Let me get out of here. So this is an API to work with weather data, and you probably saw it for a second there and on screen, but this is returning a lot of information for the forecast. And this is a lot. And I could actually build a visualization that just kind of summarizes. So I have a date, I have the weather and the high and low temperature. And I'm not building a web page here. I just want to kind of get a nice summary of the data. But I think this is a good example of where if I have an API that's returning a lot of data, I can build something to give me a quick summary of it to make it a little bit easier to work with. I'll show you that script. It's pretty much handlebars again. The only thing a little bit different is that I wrote a little bit of logic to handle changing the timestamp into the date you see there. One word of warning, while I was writing this script, every now and then it broke, and it was always my fault. But I noticed sometimes Postman would kind of crash. It would start hanging, it wouldn't update. I'm not sure what's wrong with that. So I can say I would select all in the script, copy and paste, and then Notepad, kill Postman, bring Postman back, see that it had a slightly older version of my code, and paste it back in. The console never really told me what was going wrong, so just I guess be careful and try to keep things a little bit simple. But again, I think this is a great thing that you could add to your Postman APIs, especially if you're using Postman to explain an API to somebody else. I don't have to leave Postman to visualize and show the results of APIs. Anyway, I hope this is helpful. Oh, and I will say it is documented as well. I will share a link to this in the video. Anyway, enjoy.